Today we're going to be giving you a closer look at this K2 laptop power bank. And as you can see, it is a rather large power bank here. Comes with a nice case and several accessories and things, and it is very large. It's 50,000 milliamps.
Yep, so this one is designed for charging laptops, but as I'll show you, you can charge whatever you really want with this thing. But it's 50,000 milliamps so that it can charge your laptops. Now this will not charge like a MacBook Pro or anything like that, or a Surface Pro. It doesn't have those connectors, which is kind of sad. If it did, those are the newer laptops coming out. So, that's a downfall to it. But your older laptops, or actually any of the newer laptops too, other than the Surface Pro and MacBook, it'll charge. But here's the things it comes with: this nice soft case. It's flexible, soft. It's actually kind of nice, and it has a pocket up here for all your accessories as well. Here's the actual unit, which I'll go through these connections for you, but it's nice and sleek. It is a heavy guy, so if you're planning on like backpacking with this thing, you know it's going to add quite a bit of weight. I don't know what the weight is. I should have weighed it, but it's pretty heavy. So, you know, this is definitely something that you store in, you know, your car or something like that, not to like carry around in your purse. Comes with, this is your cable that connects from this to your laptop. These are all your connections to your laptop. This is the charging cable for this. It is nice and big, so again, this isn't something that you store in your purse or anything like that. This isn't a quick grab and walk out, unless you're going on a long trip and you don't mind the weight. And it comes with a micro USB cable as well, which I'm sure everybody has tons of already. But let's go through the connections here. On the front, like I said, this does more than laptop. It does have 4 USBs, 2 that are 2.1 amp, and 2 that are just 1.0 amp, 1 amp. And then a power button. You got a 20 volt and a 12 volt. And this is where you plug in your charger right over here, which is, you know, it's nice having everything in the front, but it also does make it cluttered. It would be nice if the charging was coming from the back, so that was coming out a separate way and everything else came out the front. But everything's on the front, so nothing on the sides or the back. And then you got a big old power button here that will show you these lights, which would have been nice to have like a little LED screen with a percentage. Since it's so big, it would be nice to know exactly where you're at. 4 dots doesn't really indicate much, other than, you know, like a 25, 50, 75%, 100% charge.
Right.
So you can't really go off of dots. It's, you know, I wish it was an LED screen, a little LED that showed percentage, but that's what you get. So to charge a laptop really quick, you need this cable, and then one of these. It depends on your laptop. And to go a little bit further, this one is separate for some reason. It doesn't come on here. I don't know why. And this is the only one that actually has something written on it that says for Dell. The other ones have just letters, AELOKM. They're just letters. And in the manual here, which is short, it's just that's it. It does try to indicate which ones are for what, but it doesn't specify the letters on these. So A doesn't really correlate to anything on here. They specify by millimeters. So if you can roughly look at it and say that's, you know, 5.5 millimeters, then you'd know it's for Acer, Asus, or an IBM laptop. But you can't really tell. It's not very...
This is really interesting that there's an empty column here that says number, as if it's going to identify, like, you know, the number or the letter in this case, but you can see in this column that there's nothing listed.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a downfall here, so this really is kind of useless. You're really going to eyeball this connection to the one that you already have for your charger. So here I have an old Dell laptop. This makes it a little easier on us because, I mean, this one we know is for it, Dell. So we take this guy, and we take the connector here, and then you take your old or your wall charger here, and you're going to look at it because you're going to make sure the output of what it is, a 20 volt or a 12 volt. You don't want to make it, you don't want to plug in a 20 volt for a 12 volt power supply. You're going to ruin whatever you're plugging into it. So you're going to make sure what you're plugging in is actually what you need to plug in. Don't intermix. Make sure you know what you're charging. So on here, this guy says output 19.5 volts. So let's make sure 19.5. So obviously this Dell needs 20 volts to charge. So we're going to go ahead and plug this guy in here to the 20 volt. And then this end to the 4 Dell connector, just like that. We're going to plug it in to the Dell laptop. As you can see, that little light right there, it's not on. As soon as I hit the power button on this guy, he's now charging. So his battery's dead, so he's going to blink that for a little bit and then he'll go solid. Hopefully. There he goes. So now he is sitting there charging off of this 50,000 milliamp battery. How long that will last, it depends on the battery size you have on your laptop. It is not a super fast charger. It's just like a regular charger. It's grabbing 20 volts just like it is from the wall. So however long it takes to charge. The bigger question is if it will draw enough power to run your laptop as well as charge it is the question. That will depend on the laptop and how much power you have in your laptop, really. I can't really, say it will. I can't say it won't, because if it's a very power-hungry laptop, most likely it's not going to draw enough power from here to, charge and use your laptop. So it may slow down the drainage of your battery, but it won't, charge it up to 100% as you're using it. So best bet is to plug it in, let it charge for a while, and then unplug it and use it. So super simple. Like I said, the way you know the 20 volt or the 12 volt is to look at your power supply that comes with the unit. Look for the output, 19.5 volts, and you grab something else. Really quick, over here.
So again, with this one, when you're actually charging the power bank itself, it is going to be a longer charge time than most power banks because it is so large. It would be really nice in that case to have that LED screen like Jeff was talking about rather than those 4 lights, so you can see exactly how charged it is and when that charge is running down. That would be really nice with a larger unit like this.
Yeah, so I thought I had another power supply that I could quick grab, and I didn't have one. But anyway, just on the back of your power supply, you'll see the voltage, and that's what you're going to go off of to use a 20 or a 12 volt. So just remember, they're not interchangeable. Don't just plug until something starts working. Make sure you're plugging into what is supposed to be used, because you could ruin your electronics by putting too much power into it. Could fry it.
So that's been your closer look at this power bank. Now, this is not your typical power bank, although you can use this to charge phones and tablets and other smaller devices. This is a very, very large power bank, so large that it is specifically made and able to power and charge something as large as a laptop computer. With this one, it's definitely high quality and just a huge power bank and a lot of supply with this. Just be sure that you make sure that this is compatible with a laptop that you're wanting to use it for. As we said, there are some like the Surface Pro and the Macbook that there is not a connection for to be used with this. So make sure that you check out the compatibility really specifically before you purchase.